Good evening, Zimbabwe. Welcome to another episode of Kerina Live. My name is Kerina Mujati, your favorite comrade sister, and welcome all on board, new subscribers, and all my followers. Thank you very much for all the feedback. So, in this episode, we are again taking a look at some of the comments in our political arena in Zimbabwe. This evening, I'm just here to be talking about what we saw happened in Manicaland. We see somebody who's got a title called Dr. Jen van Muskwere, who is an MP for Makoni. We also the drama, what they did yesterday, yesterday, whereby I'm told that I don't know, I can't even call it a house, I can't even call it a room, I can't even call it anything because according to our standards of building, even in the rural areas, that is a mockery. When you look at the bricks, and I think they just use that daka, rekumusha, to use a cement. I can't even call it a room. I don't know whether I should call it a bun or maybe I should call it a chicken run, a chicken bun, something like that, or a tobacco bun. I don't know. I don't know how to describe that thing because what Emerson Mnangagwa and these people are trying to do is maybe they think we are fools. They are going to buy more time whereby they will be doing those substandard things. How can somebody, looters, mock somebody they are telling us is a war veteran by building such a thing? And then they've got the pride to even invite the press and all their bootlickers to come and say, to even put a ribbon, which they had to cut and present that. I don't know whether it's a house or whatever. I don't know what to call it. But what sort of a mockery is it, Mahia? And then I'm told that in Manicaland, there are 3,800 registered war veterans. In the whole of Manicaland province, there is an estimated 3,800 war veterans which are registered on the records. And Mahia and his Jen van Muskwere and the Tungwarara thugs, they took 150,000 US dollars. And if you divide that 150,000 US dollars by 3,800, if my math is very good, it should be about 39.47 to the nearest figure around it. It will be 39.48 dollars. 39.48, if my math is right. Yes, 150,000 divided by 3,800, it should be 39.47 something. If you round it off, it will be $39.48. So are they telling us, these thieves of Emerson Mnangagwa, that the war veterans are worth $40? And how much do you buy? How much do you buy data, like on this looters Econet, this is Strive Masiwa's looters club Econet? How much data do you buy, and how long does it last you? How much airtime do you buy? Because we have to use another example from another tag as well, which is overrated, like Strive Masiwa. How much, if these war veterans, for example, they are going to use it on data, how much data are they going to get? Because the most common one is Econet, the looters Wi-Fi provider of Strive Masiwa. It's expensive. So because these people, they're in the rural areas, there's no way they'll be able to afford Wi-Fi. There's no way they can be able to do that. So they rely on topping up and pay as you go data or call minutes. So how much will they be able to buy if they want data to even support and to support that bootlicking of saying ED 2030? 40, less than 40 US dollars. That's what they're telling us. Those 3,800 war veterans in Manicaland is worth. How dare this Emerson Mnangagwa and this tax think they can denigrate people? And I'm told that these war veterans, they are not even like, the money is not handed to them. They just show the 150,000 pounds at the other for the cameras, and then the same thugs will just hand over the money to the other thugs in Manicaland, and those thugs in Manicaland will share. And I've been told that Chadzamira and Chadzamira, they stole that money in Masvingo. Only 70 war veterans in Masvingo benefited from that. So if they think they are going to be bribing people building that murder house, which was it's not even safe. It's not even safe. It's not even fit for purpose. Then they have to bring their cameras and their varakashi, and then they say that they're changing lives of war veterans. Stop mocking our war veterans. They sacrifice so much for this, for you to be able to loot this day in Zimbabwe. It's because of those war veterans you are now denigrating by giving less than $40. So I'm appealing to all war veterans. And I'm appealing to Comrade Knox Chivero, Comrade Blessed Geza, and all your other comrades who have managed to speak out against Emerson Mnangagwa and who are demanding that Emerson Mnangagwa must be relieved of his duties. He either bids farewell in peace to the people of Zimbabwe, or else there are some other measures which can be used. I would like to urge you all veterans to say that you can take those 40 pounds, but there is no endorsement of ED 2030. And I would want to urge also those war veterans that you are not supposed to be attending those rallies for these tags, whereby they will be denigrating you. These children who were born, some of them were even born after independence, and they are the ones who are now coming back to you, denigrating you. It's a pity. So, my war veterans and everybody, you can take whatever, but there's no ED 2030. Your lives are not worth less than $40. With that $40, if they are war veterans with a family of 5, they can't even feed their children a day. So this kind of mockery it's not acceptable. It is totally unacceptable. And my year and your crew, the better you stop what you are doing, because Zimbabwe is not going to be taken for a ride. And also, what I would like to state again is that some of us in this campaign, I have to make it clear to you, Comrade Blessed Geza, and all the veterans, and all those who are behind all this change we want to see in Zimbabwe about Emerson Mnangagwa. It must be clear, because myself, I'm not campaigning for some people who've been in politics, whether they were Nyana small thieves, or whether they were whether in ZANU-PF or in opposition. I do not care. I'm not campaigning for those well-known people who have been there and they've not done anything. All they did was enriching themselves. They were equally responsible for the mess we are. I am not looking forward to be seeing any of those people being brought back in our politics, because that is the same reason we end up having Emerson Mnangagwa and these tags, because they were pardoned and they continued making mistakes, and they were reshuffled across, and then they got this entitlement whereby they will now want to monopolize the politics. And myself, I have to make it clear, I'm not campaigning for Emerson Mnangagwa to go. So that's a minority, whether in opposition, whether in some people who were chased away from ZANU-PF or whatever. If you have served ZANU-PF, you had your chance and you misused your chance, and that is that. Even if you were in opposition, you were given a chance in the government. We do not care. We do have so many technocrats around the world. We've got people who are working in those roles and making great changes in other foreign nations. So I myself, I have to make it clear, I'm not campaigning for any fool who has been before in our politics. You were given your chance, you abused your chances, you missed your chances. I myself, Comrade Geza, and everybody else, I expect new names. Because right now you should be scouting for those technocrats, whether they're in South Africa, they're in Botswana, they're in UK, they're in America. We've got bankers, we've got lawyers who can be elevated to judges, we've got all those people. I'm not campaigning for any old horse who's been there before, and that old horse has been incriminated before, and simply because they were small thieves, and there were accusations that they were stealing, and some people could see that they were thieves. But because they were not prosecuted, then they think they can come back and they can have big talk. I'm not campaigning for that. And it should be clear, because we are seeing entitlement, whether it's in the opposition, whether it's in ZANU-PF, whether it's in ex-ZANU-PF. I do not care. I'm not campaigning. When some of us started this campaign, some other people were taking us for fools, saying that this campaign of Chiwenga is not going anywhere. And I'm not campaigning for that. We need new names in our name. This should be a new beginning for Zimbabweans, a new fresh page for Zimbabweans. We cannot be saying that Emerson Mnangagwa must go, then we are going to settle for chaff which has been before. We are not going to do that, because that's why we end up creating the Emerson Mnangagwas of our politics. So my comrades, hear me very well. I hope you are very aware that it is every Zimbabwean's every Zimbabwean's interest that you do not bring those people who've been there. If they want to be there, then they have to go in their political parties. But at the helm of the daily administration of our nation, we do not want, because they are not the only people who've got expertise, who knows better about Zimbabwe. Because we created, Emerson Mnangagwa was created by ZANU-PF and the government. And now we don't want to create any more Emerson Mnangagwas. We want to get rid of Emerson Mnangagwa and his family, and we know that we are done with that. We are not going to be continuously creating Emerson Mnangagwas, those who are entitled, those who want to monopolize politics, those ones who want to be career politicians. There's nothing like career politician. If you've got nothing to show for the ministry or whatever department you've been, or whatever role you wear within your party, we don't want you back. You can campaign, you can be part of this movement, but I myself, it should be made clear, this is about the people of Zimbabwe. It's not about a minority entitled. Just because they've been relegated, they think that they still need to come back. You had your chance, and Zimbabwe has got so much talent, and we should scout for that talent, and that's what we want to see in this new Zimbabwe. And I'm clear with that. And also, I want to come back on the issue of these Chinese mining rights in Zimbabwe. We cannot continue to have this. We also Bryden, is it called the Bryden, Bryden College, appealing to the members of the public that they've been told that they have to move. We are not going to allow our Bryden College to be removed. We should protect our schools. We should protect everything. Look at the mess which is happening in what is it called? In Kwekwe, because of the same things. The school Phoenix collapsed because of mining. We should be strict. I've always asked it, even these ZANU-PF people, that if you go to China now and you tell them that you've got a plan which you want to do or develop in China near their Chinese war, are they going to allow it? So we should be also, our people, who should be also equally be protecting our heritage, whether they are schools, whether they are buildings, whether they are towns. We cannot tolerate these people coming in as investors. They are not investing, they are destroying our country. What is going to be done to all these wars they are living? I'm totally supporting, I think it's called the Bryden College. Yes, I'm totally supporting them. Therefore, Bryden, you must stand your ground, and I'm totally behind you. That school is helping the communities. It has created jobs to Zimbabweans. We cannot have Chinese who are coming, destroying our environment, everything. Who are not even giving free dinners to the communities they are looting from. They are not even building schools. They are not even building the bowls. They are not even doing anything. All they are doing is abusing our people. So, Bryden, you must stay put. And we know that Emerson Mnangagwa and these thugs, they're totally behind that. So we condemn that move, and Bryden College must be supported. And I totally support them, that school is creating employment to Zimbabweans and is providing education to Zimbabwean children. So we must stop all this nonsense. And also, thank you those who did a presser about the military, whereby you warned that all sort of Farakashi is not anyone sort of, whether it's Varakashi for ED, Mazibaba or whatever. Thank you. They cannot continue to abuse us. They can never allowed to be continuing to abuse everyone. So thank you very much, Zimbabwe. This is all what I have to do to tell you. Now we have seen that also Varakashi, and this is a warning to Zimbabweans. We have seen that Varakashi now they've abandoned their scarver and they are burning their t-shirts, and now they've created these capes with Comrade Blessed Geza's face. So Zimbabweans, I want you to be on the lookout. Don't be fooled by anyone who is wearing a Blessed Geza t-shirt or a Blessed Geza cape, because these people are Varakashi and they're up to no good. So that's why I'm always telling you that be aware of your surroundings. Make sure you've got a charged phone whereby you can reach people, and make sure that people know where you are. Because we have seen that Varakashi now they've started printing baseball caps with Comrade Geza's face. So please be on guard, be vigilant, and stay away from this Varakashi, because we do not want you to be abducted, and do not be intimidated. If you are intimidated by anyone that they come to you, they say they are from CIO, they say they are from MID, please go to the nearest police station and file a police report. If the police station refuses to take your complaint, you must escalate it, because we cannot continue to have this. Because at the end of the day, the military, they've got a liaison a desk where you can call them. If the police are not listening to you, escalate it to the military, to the liaison, and so that we report these things. We don't want our people to be abducted. So Zimbabweans, stay woke, be vigilant of your surroundings, and Emerson Dambudzo Mnangagwa must go, and that's it. And the Chinese must be stopped from trying to bully the teaching staff at Bryden College. Bryden College is important it's important to our country. It's significant in our education system. Therefore, it must be protected. So Zimbabweans, we should rally, and we should keep the conversation going, rallying behind Comrade Blessed Geza, Comrade Knox, and all the comrades, and Mkanya Chiwenga, and all the team who are working hard, putting information about Mnangagwa's looting. Be blessed and work hard in the best interest of Zimbabwe. And before Emerson Dambudzo Mnangagwa, as we are hearing that he's trying to engage the Chinese to mediate, we don't want the Chinese to mediate. Emerson Dambudzo Mnangagwa was cruel. The same cruelty has been given to Zimbabweans. That's the one he should get. If he doesn't want to go, the cranes, I think you've seen that the cranes can work. We'll use the crane for him. And before Emerson Dambudzo Mnangagwa's gold, he must tell us where our gold, our diamonds has been stealing and shipping out. Where are they in Dubai? Because we cannot let a thief with our wealth. Emerson Dambudzo Mnangagwa, no matter who you want to cry, you are a coward. Now you want people to mediate. We do not care. You were being silly with your family and everything. The same evil you've been giving to Zimbabweans, it shall be your portion. It's either you go in peace, or you are going to experience what you are fearing right now. Like they said, cowards are the most cruel people, and we have seen it in you. To hell with you, Emerson Dambudzo Mnangagwa. We do not care who you want to mediate on your behalf of your family. We do not care. All what we want is you are thugs, you belong in prison, and that's where you belong. So thank you, Zimbabwe, and have a very blessed Monday evening, and let's join again tomorrow on another episode of Karina Live. And cheers to a great night. God bless Zimbabwe. Goodbye.